Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I'll be doing something that's a little bit out of my typical purview, a little bit out of my arena, so to speak, and that's playing Tiny Combat Arena. So this is not what I typically play. I normally play War Thunder, but over the last week or so, I was actually so graciously given a Steam key to actually play this game by the developers of it, so Microprose, and the main guy who is developing this. So I guess it's like a work of passion by a guy who goes by the name of Y485, like WHY485. Check him out. Real cool. Seems extremely happy where this game is going, and I'll tell you guys, I am too. It's a real ton of fun. So pretty much this is an early access game on Steam. Currently it's $19.99 when not on sale. Again, Tiny Combat Arena, and it gives you the ability to do a whole host of things. It's a nice step away from what you might normally be getting. There's probably a lot of War Thunder players obviously who watch my channel, but you also have probably some DCIS players, you probably have some World of Warplanes, World of Tanks, whatever. And this is a really cool step away from that because it doesn't play quite like those games. So currently this is an early access game, and it was just released on Steam probably no more than about 4 days ago from when I actually recorded this. So on February 22nd, 2022 is when this was released, and I plan on releasing this video on what, the 28th, so only about a week before I release this video. And so there are plenty of features that will be coming to the game. Currently you can fly an AV-8B, so that's a Harrier 2, and it comes with a whole host of armaments. It's actually a real ton of fun. And also, interestingly, when you think of a game that doesn't have a ton of features, you think, okay, maybe you can just fly this plane straight and that's it. It actually has VTOL capabilities in game currently, which is really cool. It's not something that I would have expected, but that's something that they actually worked on and prioritized to put in the game, even at early access. So you're not just taking off the runways at full speed going straight forward, you're taking off with your VTOL, which is really interesting. And to me, that's a really awesome thing that the developers, again, Microprose Y485, have put into the game and made priority for the early access. Now, you can have a whole host of things. There's two different game modes that you can kind of get into. So you have your quick battle and arena demo. Currently, the quick battle seems to be the most, I guess, customizable. The arena demo is pretty much just you and some allies facing off against a potential ground invasion by enemy forces. It kind of gives you a little bit of everything. So you're going to be dropping bombs on enemy vehicles, bases, attacking enemy planes, you know the sort. And then you also have, again, the quick battle, which is kind of a more custom experience, something that you can sort out. So you can select which allies you'd want on your team. You can select which sort of enemies you want on the enemy team, give them a specific skill level. So there's actually 4 different skill settings, and you know, it's pretty cool because even though, again, currently you yourself can only fly the AV-8B, you can actually select up to a few different planes, including the MiG-21, MiG-23, the MLD specifically, which is the most advanced MiG-23, F4, the F5E. So it's pretty darn cool because you can actually have your allies and enemies flying those planes, which is pretty nifty. And it also comes with a whole host of loadouts. So you can select from a dogfighting loadout, strike loadout, air superiority, base attack, you name it. And this actually has quite a few loadouts and quite a few weapons, including AIM-9s, AIM-7s, bunch of bombs. I believe the Mark 82, for example, you can get cluster bombs. It's a really comprehensive system. And again, I mean, while some of the controls, and I think really at this point, the only thing that's a little bit lacking are just the controls, being that you have to kind of calibrate it yourself. So if you're not used to calibrating the controls, you should get used to it. I, for one, am awful with calibrating controls, with putting my own controls in the game. If you guys saw my War Thunder control setup, you guys would cringe at it. It's awful. That's not my forte at all. But in this game, it's actually pretty simple because at least when it comes to the joystick, one problem I always used to have was calibrating controls specifically to the joystick. However bad I was at mouse and keyboard, it was even worse, like 10 times worse with joystick. And all I did really was plug it in, select I'm going to be playing with a joystick, and then boom. I mean, it was actually really simple. It's got the basic controls already set up on joystick, and I just kind of went from there. And honestly, it was much easier for me to be playing with joystick, which is a bit of of a revelation. That's never happened in game before. So, I mean, credit to Microprose, to Y485, because you guys just gave me the only game I've actually ever felt comfortable using a joystick with. So, thank you. And again, you have kind of a whole bunch of things. You can cycle through your weapons. You know, you can lock onto enemies. You can fire your missiles at them. I mean, you name it, this game will probably have it. So, to be honest with you guys, genuinely impressed. But anyways, enough with the background footage. Let's get into some live gameplay, some commentary while I'm playing the game, and then I'll kind of give you guys like my final assessment and goodbye from there. Okay, so I'm gonna do this quick battle, dogfight sometime, let's do noon. So you can do dogfight, free flight, strike. I like the dogfight. You can set it from 1 to 20 miles. So I'm gonna go 10. You can set up an air superiority, dogfight, or guns only loadout. I use the dogfight loadout. You know what? I'm going to use the air superiority loadout this time. I've only used the dogfight, and I like it at 10,000 feet. But you can go anywhere between 1 and 15. 10,000 for me is enough where you can do enough maneuvers before actually crashing into the water. I've not crashed in yet, and you could also set it up where you're at a disadvantage or an advantage or neutral. I believe that's if you're starting behind, or if they're starting behind you, or if you're both coming towards each other, which would be neutral. Don't quote me on that, though. But, so let's see here. We have 4 rookies. I'll set it up where we have some F4Es, my apologies. And let's say 2 average MiG-23s. Okay, so now we have 4 rookie. I'm going to set it up where there's 4 MiG-21 BISs. So 8 planes. We have 4 rookie F4Es, 2 average MiG-23s, and 8 MiG-23 or MiG-21s against us. Air superiority, 10 miles. Let's get this going. Okay, I almost forgot that I had to get my joystick for this. Set it up. Okay, so we have AIM-9Ls, AIM-82s, AIM-7Es. Not too bad. So we have 8 missiles in total. This is my first time with the air superiority loadout. Let's see what we can do. They're coming towards us. 10,000 feet. We're a little bit over 10,000 feet. Let's do it. Let's get this show on the road. Fired my AIM-9L. Scored a hit. Nice. That should be the first kill of the match. Nice, nice, nice. Bear in mind, this is also single player only. At least for right now. I'm not sure where they're going to take it in the future. Oh, and also, if you look at the bottom left... Oh, I just saw a guy. If you look at the bottom left, you can see that there's a... some people might consider it to be a mini-map. I consider it very much to be a radar. So let's see what that does. Last AIM-9L. Scored a hit. Nice. Switch over to AIM-82s. Switch over to this guy. Okay, and bear in mind, I can fire my guns. I'm actually kind of surprised that they're not firing off chaff or flares all too much. I'm actually quite surprised at that. My last match I had, quick match, didn't score a hit. Okay. I was actually getting, I think, 2 or 3 gun kills. So they are a pretty big, important part. Oh, scored some nice hits on him. I don't think that's going to take him out, though. It might. Oh, okay, I got him with the GAU 12. I have to really set up my my secondaries to not be all that close to my lock, because I just fired off a missile unexpectedly. Whoops. Oh, I got another kill. Look at that. Must have been an earlier hit. Let's fire this. AIM-82B. Go back up to full throttle. I'm at, you know, basically as good of a flight thrust as I can hit. Or a nozzle angle, I guess you could say. Fire one more. See what we could do. If not, I'm going in for the gun kill. I'm telling you guys, this is a ton of fun. I mean, I'm actually really surprised. Typically, when it comes to games like this, I'm much more of a multiplayer fan. I'm not really so much of a multiplayer. Oh, he's getting close. Feeling those G effects. He's getting close to water. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Got one guy left, I think. So typically I'm more of a fan of multiplayer because, you know, it's more of a skill. Like, for me, it feels like it's more of like, oh, okay, I'm beating this guy at this game or whatever. But I'll tell you what, man, for a single player game especially, oh, got him. I think that was me. For a single player game especially, this is a ton of fun. I am genuinely surprised. And I mean, it's just really cool. Like, if you look at the bottom right, I'm going up and down with how much basically engine thrust I'm getting, and it changes everything pretty rapidly. And I'm sure that these things are things that will change over time. I mean, if you look at the bottom left as well, you could see how much fuel weight I have. I believe you can see how many G's on the top left there on the heads-up display that I'm pulling. So I'm going down, pulling like -2.5, going up, pulling something like 8 G's. So it's really cool. It's got flight altitude, and these do make a splash. Yeah, they make a splash. So it's really cool. You can set up different camera angles. You can check out the other planes while they're flying. It's just really cool. Anyways, let's get into, like, I guess the final sort of send off for this. But I'll tell you guys, man. Oh, there's no. Okay, I thought that was more enemies. I'll tell you guys. This has been a really cool experience. Thank you, Microprose. So anyways, that's Tiny Combat Arena. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is kind of like a first look. They were so gracious. Microprose was so gracious to let me actually have a game key, be able to play this, and I wanted to show it off to you guys. It's actually a really cool game. Currently, when not on sale, it's $19.99 on the Steam store, so you can download it now, early access, play it exactly as I'm playing it right now, and they will be adding more vehicles and all that, I'm sure, in the future. Really cool vehicle, a really cool game, I mean to say. And it's a nice step away from games like War Thunder that I play pretty constantly and things like that. It offers a nice kind of alternative sort of thing to it, and I really appreciate it. And the guy who's really making it his own is Y485. Check him out. He's done a really good job with this. But either way, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal, and I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.